Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty fun and pretty nifty things to go and talk about. We have I think actually two really big topics, at least in my opinion, that are actually kind of big, at least in my opinion. Number one is on the now potential God of War Ragnarok release date leak, which we're actually hearing even more and more information on. And as well, we're also hearing a little bit more information on the PlayStation Plus demos as they've been kind of coming on out too as well when it comes into all the Asian cultures. So I kind of want to go talk about that and kind of give you guys some more details. We have a lot of stuff we'll go probably cover tomorrow too as well in regards to the brand new Sony meetings and Jim Ryan meetings and all of that. So we have a lot of stuff to go and talk about, a lot of good stuff to go talk about too as well. I always like the leaks, I always like the new games, I always like brand new AAA games that are also apparently in the works, and a lot of stuff keeps then kind of stemming into the brand new PlayStation event coming on out. Plus also new features are always very nice to go and see as well. So we have a lot of stuff to go talk about, so let's go talk about it. As well, if any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 Digital Console controller, Twitter and Twitch room down below, Weeble and Coinbase down below, all that good stuff down below. And of course, as well, we keep on mentioning the nice little Samsung brand new monitors for $50 off too as well down below. And let's dive in the video. So, the very first and foremost thing, we can maybe let's go maybe do the God of War news first, because the part 2 news is even cooler. So with this, we've actually been seeing a lot more various information in regards to God of War Ragnarok merchandise, as well as also a brand new patent, I believe, officially filed too as well in terms of I think not patent, more so like the ESRB ratings, but more so for a different region. So for this, you guys actually have a chance to go and see over here from the Marmalade, a batch of God of War Ragnarok merchandise has now been spotted on Geeky Zone in the UK, with majority of them also having the September release date. So in case you guys are kind of curious too as well, there's been a lot of rumors and a lot of information and a lot of schemes going on where we're hearing a lot of September release dates for God of War. We've had the official Twitter accounts go and update their times and list that basically they're saying yes, it will be coming out in 2022. As of even recently now too as well, we've been hearing lots of rumors about an upcoming PlayStation event and E3 style event, so we could have a chance to look at games and kind of feedback on games and all that type of stuff, which at the end of the day, I'm all down with. I like playing games, I like hearing about games, etc., etc. And as well, with all this new stuff, a lot of this September release date keeps on lining up more and more and more, especially because we also don't have a proper release date, and we do want something for the holiday season. So you know what? This is looking pretty good. So as you guys can maybe have a chance to go look through a lot of this website itself, there's just a lot of different various God of War Ragnarok Thunderstruck tee, God of War Ragnarok axe and bow beanies. We have all the merch, like the God of War Ragnarok Lightning Storm pullover hoodie. Like you guys like God of War Ragnarok Kratos and Sun. You guys are there's so much. If anything, this is actually really cool. I do love the holiday sweater. You see the logos. You see pretty much everything. They have the card game. They have everything. And a lot of this actually is licensed more so for the God of War Ragnarok, as we've mentioned before. So the God of War Ragnarok, this means War Fatigue, the Kratos plush and all this. So as we mentioned, a lot of these are all scheduled to be released in September. So that's kind of why we are even bringing this up on a video, because as you guys know, licensing rights have to correspond with the game. It's kind of just like some big legalities with it. So it just once again pushes even more and more, and maybe even accidental leak as well when it comes to it. But as well as you guys can maybe go and read Korean, which I obviously cannot, but I do know people who do, aka Google Translate. And we also have actually had the official rating over here for God of War. So I guess you guys go and see the very top left over here. The God of War Ragnarok is all sitting all looking nice and feisty over here on Korean text. So in case you guys are curious, it's kind of like the official rating / official, like you're pretty much good to go. Kind of how we can sometimes see games even get leaked on out when it comes like the ESRB, for the basically people who rate video games and go from there. So at the end of the day, this is actually looking very likely. We're seeing, like I said, of Twitter confirmations, employee confirmations. We still have not seen the next upcoming PlayStation event. The September date is looking more and more likely as time goes on, and I'm very hyped out for that one myself. So a little quick also side news too before the new features is that we also have been hearing even more leaks once again for Sly Cooper. So we actually have a Sly Cooper announcement is likely coming in September. So basically we keep on hearing stuff on account NGT, which basically keeps on having a lot of track records too over here, where they keep on pushing like the likely September, as they keep on pushing for this too as well. With the same source too a few weeks ago that basically apparently there's actually no big showcase was planned until September, with coincidences another time an announcement in September. So we're kind of hearing kind of bittersweet, I guess, kind of depending on it, because a lot of stuff is leading towards the next upcoming event, and you would assume they'd want to be doing that towards around the same time Xbox is on June 12th. But at the same time, if you do it a few weeks later, a few months later, when you have more to show, it might be even better. But at least we keep on hearing more and more and more information, and a lot of folks too as well with like Sly Cooper, which I can't wait to play. We keep on hearing just more and more good news with it. So you know what? I'm down with it. We're just seeing more. Hopefully we'll have a more announcement sooner rather than later, and I keep on finding it intriguing that we keep on seeing this September date. Now for some more intriguing news too as well, and we kind of touched on this very slightly. The new PlayStation Plus demos are actually different now lengths depending on the game, so as time goes and flies. So we kind of heard about this a little bit, but I think this is more officially confirmed as well. So with Sony's new look, PlayStation subscription services now are in full swing in Asia. We are getting closer to getting more and more snippets of information as more and more of the PS Plus stuff keeps on rolling out. We actually made a video a little bit earlier on today discussing the fact that they actually did, thank God, go and backtrack a lot of the PlayStation subscription price points too. So basically like the preemptive stuff, they didn't have to pay extra fines and stuff. You can check out that video afterwards if you guys would like to. So basically a lot of the stuff actually kind of gives us now details in the game trials through the PlayStation Plus service. Although this one feature is not going to take a one-size-fit-all approach, which I'm actually kind of hyped up for this. Like, I kind of like this. So as known by PS4 techs, games such as Horizon Forbidden West and Cyberpunk 2077 will have trials actually lasting, and this, I actually kind of like this a little bit. Like, I'll give a pretty big thumbs up with it. The trials will be lasting up to 5 hours. So a game like, say, Cyberpunk, that'd probably give you enough time to kind of do, like, the initial demo. If you guys have played Cyberpunk, you guys probably know. The first, like, 3 to 4 hours, you kind of get introduced to the story, characters, and see if you guys even like the game. Or Horizon, like, the first 5 hours was a little bit of a slog, but it's kind of, you know, resetting characters, building world, etc. And in all honesty, 5 hours is a little bit better than expected, I'll be honest with you guys, because some other games are a little bit on the lower end either way. So let me know your thoughts on this, because I'm kind of down. At the same time, too, Sony literally owns Horizon, and I'm sure Cyberpunk would take any price they could go and get, so it makes sense for them to be a little bit longer. So meanwhile, some other titles, too, as well, such as their recently released Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection and WWE 2K22, only actually sadly offer trials for up to 2 hours. So this is all kind of based on the information coming out over here for when it comes to all the Korea and all the Asian-based places that are slowly getting all their, information and dates and stuff like that. So it's kind of just nice to go and see. It's a little bit on the blurry side, but you guys can just go read it on that. So this is on regards, in case you guys don't remember, on the updated PlayStation Plus. So this is the more expensive package where you have to pay the extra money, but then you also get the game trials too as well. So I think it's kind of cool. It is also apparently on top of this too, we've mentioned this as of right this second, there is a little bit of scheminess going on too, that Sony did say the service would boast 700 games for users to sink their teeth into, but apparently the actual figure is more so just apparently a little bit less. And I made that same comment too when we were going through the PlayStation listing and they had all the games available and even the retro games and stuff like that. So I'm sure as time keeps on going on longer and longer and longer, we'll be seeing more and more and more stuff. But it is a little bit of a struggle just because we're like, well, where's the rest of the games? Where's the rest of the licensing? Where's the rest of, well, literally everything? So it can kind of go either way. Like, we're not 100% sure. But either way, so in Hong Kong, that actual number appears to actually be sitting at only 269. While this region does not have PS3 streaming games, which would, definitely add a little bit more, which is definitely, why the higher tier price stuff is also, named deluxe rather than premium, this also does not account for over 500 missing titles. So we'll kind of have to see how everything else keeps on rolling out. Like, so far it does seem somewhat spotty and somewhat rough, where just a lot of the locations are like just not getting the full effect that we wish we could see. And also with the drama we covered a little bit earlier on throughout these past few days, it just hasn't been as fun. It just hasn't been as nice. It hasn't been as good. Like, you want to see all the games released. You don't want to have any drama with charging people fines and all of that. So right now we do have the 23rd of June that we're waiting for PlayStation Plus to go and relaunch. And then also the North America and South America is on 13th of June. Japan is on the 2nd of June. So we'll kind of go and see how these next few weeks going to play on out. Hopefully it's going to be good. Hopefully there's no major issues. Hopefully everything kind of rolls and feels pretty good. Like, we'll show up and have good, good everything, fingers crossed. And, yeah, it's not. At least the new features looking nice. The longer trials are good. And as well, God of War news as well on top of that. I'm feeling pretty good about it. So thank all of you guys so much for watching for the little late night video. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 Digital Console Controller, Twitter and Twitch room down below. Check out the nice little Sam Samsung monitors for $50 off as well down below. And I appreciate y'all so much for watching in the first place.